Hello friends, my name is Theo, and today in this exciting Mr. Media tutorial, I'll be taking a look at doing some fun tricks inside the lab color space inside Davinci Resolve. Now, people have been asking for more different color space stuff, so here we go. Lab is a color space that has three components, L, A, and B. L is the lightness component, A is the green-red contrast, and B is the blue-yellow contrast. So there's some really fun stuff that you can do with that. First of all, let's just take a look at what some things sort of look like. So we'll drop a color space transform on here, set the output color to lab. So right now, that's not what we want. If we hit Alt-Y and create a splitter combiner node, now we can see this first component is our luminance. Now you can see here is what looks like a color read channel, color contrast channel. And there's that. So the first trick we're going to do is inside the same little tree here. So I'll put another color space transform on there, set the input color space to lab. Everything's looking good. And now what we're going to do, instead of making this LAB, we're going to make this LAA. So la color space. And this sort of ends up looking like a two-strip. So this is very cool already. It sort of gets you that orange chili vibe, but in like a nicer way than some of the traditional methods. So if we look over at our vector scope here, you see you're getting that. We'll go to a 1-up. And set this to vector scope. So you're getting this really traditional sort of bad orange teal line, or good orange teal, but it's got a little bit more life in it. So if we bring the saturation up, you can see it's not just a straight line. So it's got a little more color resolution than a normal two-strip, which is super nice. And it looks really cool. If you want to, drop this skin a little bit more on the line, you can bring your hue over and just take a look at that. And now it's technically right. I think that's a little orange for me, so I'll bring it back a little to magenta. Then, of course, with any of these, you can also hit Alt-L, and we will Shift-S to create a node before. And we can set this to composite mode, color. And we can just bring this opacity down. So now we're keeping a little more of our original color information while still sort of giving us that nice line that clients like to see. And of course, with this, we could even shift a little more towards blue if we wanted to. There we go. So there you go. That's the first trick. It's a lot of fun. Hit Control-Y, create a new version, reset all grades and nodes. And now this is the part that really excited me. Ever since I saw Wonder Wheel a while ago, I've just been like, how do I get good yellows in my grades? Because, especially shots like this, I know that it's, the yellow light on here, but ever since I saw it, it's got all these really great yellows in it, and it's just really hard to get that if you don't light that way. But Lab Color Space comes to the rescue. So, switch this back to 4-up for those people who want to see. Let's sort of move it out of the way a little bit. All right, so what we're going to do here is right-click on our node, go to Color Space, and I'm just going to do a normal LAB because that's a little easier than using your whole color transform rigmarole. We'll go over to our curves. There we go. Set this over here. And now we've got access to R, which is now L, our luminance, or lightness, G, which is our red-green contrast, and B, which is our blue-yellow contrast. So this B, you can see, look at this. It's this really nice orangey yellow color, which is so good. So we can shift our whole thing that way. And with these other color spaces, you can really move your curves around a lot. So we can really saturate up these yellows here. Wow. You get these other blues back in here. So let's go ahead and reset this. So add yellows. It's basically increasing our yellow-blue contrast, but this looks so much better than our normal, because the blue curve should do this in an RGB space, right? But for some reason, it doesn't, actually. We'll do this an even better way. Just use 1 point, go to Editable Splines, and now just make this a really nice, smooth curve. And now we've got those really nice yellows in our highlights over here. In a much nicer way. There we go. We'll really exaggerate it. Now look at that. You get, especially, look at this sunset yellow. So we've got some yellow in our light for sure. But that's so much harder to do if you've got Control-Y for a new version, reset all grades and nodes, and we'll just keep this in RGB and do our blue curve. Here you have to go down. You see already these yellows are just not as nice. They're like a little bit on the green side. You see this look is just not the same. It's Control B to go back to our previous one. Control N. See, the lab one is just so much more vibrant and nice, and that really gets me excited. And you can, of course, do all sorts of other crazy things. So if we go over to a different clip, like this one is a really fun one to play around. You see you've got some of my playings around before. So like, look at this ridiculous curve that you'd never be able to get away with. That's the fun of using these other color spaces, is they don't work right with the tools. So you can either get upset that things aren't working right, or you can be like, oh, this is really cool. So like Control Y to create a new version, reset all grades and nodes, and we will set this to LAB. We can do a similar sort of thing here. Or actually, what we can do is we can pick where our skin is, and let's see, that's not where we want to be. There we go. And now look at these great yellows that we're getting on here. I think this is just so cool. Maybe this look isn't to your particular tastes, but I think it's, this thing is super cool looking. Look at that. That's so hard to do, or just annoying to do in RGB. And here in LAB, it's just one thing. So this is part of the fun of playing around with other color spaces. This effect, maybe if you're some sort of color genius, you'd know just by reading the Wikipedia page. But really, I'd encourage you to just click around and make some really terrible grades for a while. And then maybe you'll come up with something that you can offer people that isn't really, as intuitive. So like getting these really nice yellows in here, which just make me super happy. Go over to our G, which is actually our A. Look now, completely different vibes just by whoop. Look at that. Some cool like purpley contrast. Now that's like a whole look. Look at that. Like I would watch that music video. Yeah. I think that looks great. If I saw that, I'd be like, that's pretty cool. Maybe it's a little bit saturated, so just even it out some. Maybe roll off your highlights a bit. But there you go. So that's a couple fun things to play around with in LAB. I'd encourage you to just go bananas. Like what happens if you use your primary controls? Control Y, reset all grades and nodes. Color space. Lab. Now these are not going to work right at all. So look, bring our gamma around. It does some really interesting things. We can get the same, look, this super nice warm, and we can maybe balance these out some. Look at this dope winter look just coming out of nowhere. You can, of course, save these as LUTs or power grades or whatever your fancy is. Just do whatever. You get all these really neat looking things. Maybe this is a little strong for you. You can go ahead and just turn this down some. Maybe you want to keep these guys a little bit nicer. But that's obviously too much. So there you go. Just all sorts of fun stuff you can do. Add some contrast here. We'll really go ham on this. It's really a lot of fun to play around. So maybe not the most useful tutorial. Like this isn't something you're going to use on every project, but just to have this other little thing in the bag. And like I said, just really play around because there's so many color spaces supported. And most of these are, pretty vanilla, just sort of RGB things. But you get into some funny ones like XYZ, YUV. P3 works a little bit funny sometimes. Lab, HSL, HSV. There's all sorts of fun things you can do with some of these more interesting ones. But like I said, some of these are not super duper interesting. They won't change your controls around, but there's some good ones in there that you can really do some goofy stuff with. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this silly little tutorial. I had a lot of fun making it. This was actually something that I stumbled upon. I'm preparing for another tutorial. So look for that one soon. That will mention nothing about this, but just getting those Wonderwall-y yellows really got me excited. I just grabbed the microphone and open up OBS and record it. So anyway, I hope you like this little tutorial. If you like, give it a like. If you didn't, give it a dislike. No matter what, leave your feelings down in the comments below. If you've ever done something like this, using goofy color spaces in goofy ways, be sure to let me know, because it just makes me really happy being able to do these little things in the program that maybe not everybody does all the time. If you're into goofy, wild looks, be sure to check out meestermedia.com/products. We have got all sorts of LUTs available. So here's some good ones. We are in Asus right now, so things are going to be a little bit goofy, but these are just really nice to have if you're just trying to brainstorm. I know I use LUTs a lot for whenever a client is just like, hey, give me some looks, drop all these on. And they say, all right, I like number 8 best. Number 8 happens to be summertime. You can drop that on at the end, or you can recreate it, or just do whatever. So anyway, that's enough peddling product. Once again, I've been Theo with Meester Media. Have a great day, and I will see you next time. Bye.